So, I'm here at BotBitz with Steve Martin. Not the actor, but a much more important fellow. G'day Steve, how you going?
Good, thanks.
So, can you tell me a bit about BotBitz?
So BotBitz is my small business that basically supplies combat robot parts to the little community in Australia.
Okay.
So we make a range of speed controllers and also supply gear motors and other various bits and pieces that need to be really rugged for what we do to them.
Okay, so why did you want to start up a company?
So I started BotBitz because there was a bit of a need. We are very isolated here in Australia and we don't quite have the same sort of suppliers as there is available in the US and UK. So there's quite a vibrant little combat robotics community here, and we needed somebody to buy and sell parts.
Okay. So what's the biggest challenge for you when starting up a company from scratch?
So I think the biggest challenge is this is not really my primary job still at this stage, and balancing that between real work and doing this. Finding time is always difficult. So I think that's one of the most challenging things. Trying to run a small business on the side is very difficult, and you just really need to make the time to put in the effort to do new things, and that's been one of the things that I've really struggled with over the past few years.
Fair enough. So you're into RoboWars Australia?
Yeah.
So how have you been doing there?
So we've been running events all over Australia for the past couple of years, doing bigger and bigger things. So next weekend in Canberra we have the RoboWars Nationals, which is the biggest event ever in Australia. So we have almost 40 robots registered of the featherweight category, which is 13.6 kilos. So it'll be a great weekend, and the events just keep getting bigger. Excellent.
So do you think RoboWars is taking off as much as other countries like the US?
So I think we've seen a bit of a revival over the last 5 years. It's sort of odd, because I grew up when RoboWars was on TV, and now 10, 12, 13 years later, RoboWars and BattleBots is back on TV again. RoboWars is on TV and everybody's playing Pokemon. It's like I'm 15 again, so...
Yeah, that's right. So with all these things, do you have any time for anything else? I mean, you're running RoboWars, you've got BotBitz,
It really sucks most of my free time. There's lots of little things happening on the sidelines, but I like to try and do development, and this is one of my latest little things here. So this is we've been making these ant-weight kits for the past few years,
right?
But they're very sort of mandrolic to put together. So this is an integrated board that lets you do not only this sort of stuff, but lots of other new things. So it's got a little Wi-Fi chip and a full set of speed controllers, and we're planning to look at more at the education space and actually being able to program these little robots to fight each other.
Okay, so how do you program it? Is it Arduino based, or is it a C based MCU?
So one of the things I see as a limiting factor in actually doing useful robots. So I work as a robotics engineer in my day job, and people buy these kits and they can follow lines or avoid light, but then once you try and go beyond that, that's about it. You can't really do that on the actual chip on the board. Realistically, you need a computer to do anything substantial, and having a computer is something that you can't really have on a small size robot. So the idea is to offload everything off board and put it on a computer and control it over the wireless link. So that's a little bit of a change in how it's done. So the idea is to program it on a computer, and then you can program it in C, Python, MATLAB, whatever you want.
Okay, so you're doing OTA fairly extensively.
Yeah. And there's some really good IP cameras around there now. So little wireless cameras that you can put on these robots, or even just use an old phone. So you can do all sorts of computer vision, so doing localization, obstacle avoidance, obstacle detection, object detection. So the reality of having something little, tiny like this that can actually drive around your house and do something useful is almost there.
Yeah, excellent. So where can people find out more information about BotBitz?
So botbitz.com.au is our website. These don't exist yet, but watch Kickstarter for the next few months.
Excellent. We'll have to keep an eye out for that one. Excellent. Thank you very much.
No worries.